All right. Happy new month. Happy month of November. A month of to be remembered for good things, for success and all. Um, I just want to use this very starting of the month to also speak and applaud co-comrades that are actually doing well on the issue of this young girl ochanya, the case of this little girl that we have been seeing for over how many years, is still bringing up recently, and we're still demanding for the justice of the girl. Comrade Peter, which I would want us to analyze and also listen to what this guy have actually said concerning this case that have been ongoing. Wherever you are watching from, you can say hello, you can say hi. I hope you know that this month is my month of November. If you are one of the November girl, you ensure you thumb up and say hello, and we'll celebrate our month together very soon. So let's just listen to Comrade first. One moment. The video is mute.
Because as I go always insist, okay, my country people, this unfortunate incident of justice for Ochanya, the 13-year-old girl from Benue State, who died sometime in 2018, following series of sexual assault, allegedly from people where she been they stay with. A lot of people don't tag me for videos where Mama P don't do, send the videos to me, Mama P, well done. I can't they look at whether they don't decide to appeal the case or what is the way forward. Because Nigerians, I just they pray. May God give us the wisdom and courage to not only address the symptom of a problem, but for us to fix the root cause of our problems. Because as I go always insist, any law enforcement or police that cannot protect the life of the living cannot give justice to the dead. We go just they complain the way no more people go they suffer. Do you know that when this incident happened around that 2018, there was actually intervention. The case was charged to court because as Nigerians start to make noise, they talk about the man and his son. There was intervention from National Human Rights Commission, from NAPTIP, from FIDA, Benue State Government, police, everybody start to talk. The case was charged to court, the Mr. Andrew Buje. But the son, the Victor Buje, who be, according to reports, now the person who starts the molestation of the poor girl till today disappeared into thin air. The case against the man start to drag for court. They say they drag because of COVID-19, because of adjournment. Finally, it was in 2022 where judge giving ruling for the case. What was the ruling? The judge discharged and acquitted the man of all the 4 count charges. He freed the man. Waiting be the judge talk. He said that the investigators they failed to carry out examination on the man to match his own specimen with the specimen gotten from the girl. And he said the autopsy will come from both Federal Medical Center and the police. They contradict themselves and they leave him with no option than to free the man. Then the case against the woman, the Madam Felicia, because now 2 cases, one criminal against the man, one civil brought against the woman on negligence, and according to them, conspiracy to cover up one of the witnesses. According to reports, they say their daughter Winifred, who allegedly witnessed one of the incidents when the brother been they molest the poor girl, was covered up from standing as a witness. The judge only sentenced her in 2022 to 5 months in prison. Meanwhile, the NAPTIP Act clearly prescribes that anybody who without lawful excuse willfully obstructs the work of NAPTIP is liable to a prison sentence of not exceeding 5 years or a fine of 500,000 or both. But the court only gave her 5 months in prison. Nigerians, that now begs the question of where is the justice? So the option was whether to appeal or how to go ahead, because the family being even they complain of the resources moving from where they stay, whether to Otukpo or where to Makodi, where the court they, where be the money, and for all of those years, imagine the stress on the family. Because unfortunately, law is not morality, law is not religion or sentiment. Something is not true because you say it is true. Something is true because it was proven proven to be true.
Yeah.
A lot of these rape and sexual assault cases, they lay fallow in the courts. Go and check even the NAPTIP sexual offenders register, less than 500 convictions. So with all the cases of rapes, do you know how many people like Ochanya still they exist for this country?
Yeah.
People who are molesting children. Most of the women who experience sexual assault and rape, it happens to them by people who are very close to them. The conviction rate is very low. According to ICIR, from investigation from...
Let me put little chip in things, something that he just said now. That most victims of sexual molestation and rape are mostly people that live with them, which some of you that have been following me when I was actually doing case in Nigeria, mostly some of these cases that we take to court and everything, like a person of daddy sources, Mr. Edward, person who is still was still in prison until I left Nigeria to Netherlands, know that this man was close to the girl that he was abusing, the 8 years or 11 years girl that he was abusing. That guy was close to him. In fact, they stayed together, sent her message and everything. So that is number one. I agree with him. The second one is also the case of these other people, family that have issues, that little girl of 4 years or so was sexually abused, uh, and also was an uncle, a young uncle that was living with the also that was actually molesting the girl. So the advocacy or sensitization or awareness that people need to create is to let your girl child know who is the abuser. The abuser is right in their nose, living with you, could be the teacher. Some of them are even at some even can even be their father. Remember, there was a case of one other girl, and there are many, but I'm just citing few instances. This girl that's claimed alleged the father of raping her, sleeping with her constantly. He was even the first person that did disflower her and everything. And the mother tried to cover it up. Do you know that after taking the case to police and all that, we're trying to follow up the case. Before you know, they disappeared the girl. The mother ran away with the girl. We could not even find the girl to enable us to perfect the justice. So all these things. Let's go on. Let's move on.
From 1975 to 2019, Nigeria has convicted rapists less than 100, as many as the complaints are.
Yeah.
Between 2023 and 2024, more than 1.4 million reports. Where are the convictions? Why? Judiciary, law enforcement. You go see cases where everybody go say, okay, make the prosecute, carry the case, go before OC gender, make the carry go before judge. Yeah. Judge go feed even they think say the person is guilty for my mind, but where is the evidence? Because it has been completely destroyed by the law enforcement who are supposed to investigate.
Yeah.
When you destroy the evidence, that is where the job of a
and most times, what we usually do in Nigeria, my dear brother, because I'm going to tag you this video, the analysis is just too very, very unique, very sweet for me to also to tag you one. If you find a victim, this is what normally do. If you take, for instance, if you have a victim with you, because I don't release victims. I don't give victims. One, if you find a victim, ensure the victim is in your custody. Find anywhere, however, how to secure the victim with the permission from the court. Understand me? Once the victim is with you, it is very easy to gain justice on that matter. But once you release a victim, either to the guardian or to the parents, before you know, the perpetrator will go behind, try to settle with the mother or with the dad, or before you know, one of them will disappear with the victim. And once you cannot find the victim or the guardian or the custodian or the parents, there's nothing you can do, absolutely nothing. And so when you get connected with the wrong police officer at an IPO, then that is where your case will have no head, had no tail also.
Professional and trained law enforcement system comes into play, and also to ensure that your institutions are working, especially law enforcement and the judiciary. If you have a corrupt judiciary and police, you have serious problem for this country or Nigerians. I beg una, because if we cannot at least give justice to the dead, what of protecting the life of the living? Yeah. So that when eventually death come, we go know say we did everything to protect the living before they died. Nigeria, All of us must come look at the case of Mohbad. For that, I don't even talk about that one because of 2 years we go just they go they drag ourselves round and round. If the institutions that should give justice, I cannot give anybody justice. Nobody can give you justice. It is the system and institutions. If they fail all of us, everybody na victim. So the options were whether to appeal the High Court judgment or the High Court ruling with which of the evidence from the same High Court that bungled the case, or at least to get closure for the family. They say the girl is, I think, 1 out of 11 children, which is another issue. When we have so many children, we may not be able to take care of. They become subject of distribution. Carry go here, carry go here. Nobody knows how they are taken care of or what is going on with them. So at least to provide resources for the family, if at least there is no justice for the dead, to ensure that the children who are alive are protected and the woman is taken care of before she die, leave the other children, they will be at more risk. And then again, the boy will disappear to thin air till today, so no law enforcement know where the victor. That one did not stand trial in any court or brought to book at any point. So nobody, no law enforcement be know where they did. Nigeria, that is the problem. If we cannot come together and fix government and our institution, as we they talk so many more China deal, there are young girls or children who are still in houses where they are being sexually molested every day. Who can they talk to? What can be done about it? Nigeria, as we treat the symptom, we must address the root cause of the problem. What is causing the prevalence of this issue, and why is there no access to justice? May God rest the soul of Ochanya, and may God give the people with their life the wisdom to handle the other issues with it. God bless Nigeria. My name is Peter Fone.
Thank you. Good. You listening to her. And aside, let me just tell you something that you don't, you may not really know. It's not only, it's not only girls that are being abused sexually. I hope you understand. Boys are also being abused sexually. And it's not only boys or men that abuse girls, children sexually. Female abuse girls sexually as well. Maybe some of you are not following a lady, one Igbo woman from Anambra State, to be precise, that we did a case between herself and Favor, a little girl of 11, 12 years that was living with this girl. And the girl said this woman asked her to be licking her kpekus. That girl was licking this woman kpekus. Was that not an abuse? Everything, many things. They refused to get sleeping at night. This girl will be fanning her, massaging her foot, a full-grown woman. As at the time I arrested that woman, she was heavily pregnant. She was married to a Ghanaian man then, but she's an Igbo woman from Anambra State. And the girl that she was living with was a young Igbo girl of 11, 12 years called Favor. I rescued that Favor, later called the parents and hand over the girl to her parents, where she was being taken care of about her school and everything. So please don't think it's only men that abuse girls sexually. No, it's not only men. The opposite sex even, and even same sex also. The issue of Favor and the Anambra lady was same sex, and herself, little girl, and she have taught the girl how to lick because that girl was licking that woman because every night, every blessed night. It should not stop at that. She massage her foot using fan to fan her if there is no light and everything. And that is the height of a height of faith that some of you don't know. So don't, if you are looking maybe looking at the dry wood to break, then the wet wood eventually fall. So don't just put your eyes on the aspect that is solely men that abuse girls or only men that abuse boys that abuse girls. No, same sex also abuse, and some of them talk them into early lesbianism, using all manners of things on girls. So please, I appeal to you, stop sending your children out for maid. Keep your children, let them stay with you and manage with you whatever you are eating with. Allow them to stay with you. Don't give your children out for maid. If your children at all is to step out of your house for any house help or whatsoever, that child should be of age that can speak. From 19 upward, the girl would be able to stand to say no to some certain things, or speak to the neighbor, or speak to the authority that can be of help to her. My prayer is, may the soul of Ochanya rest in peace. And two, may whoever that is responsible for our justice never find peace, never find rest, never find anything good around him or her until that justice is given to that late ochanya, in the name of Jesus. And whosoever that is responsible, whoever that is the perpetrator, that is running everywhere, you cannot hide. Wherever you hide, wherever you are hiding, remember that nobody can hide from the eyes of God. And what you have done is evil in the sight of God. Therefore, the land, the air, wherever you are, shall fight you until you present yourself to the public. Either you bring out yourself out to be judged, or the land will fight you until you are exposed wherever you are. So please, my dear brothers and sisters, be careful of whom you leave your children with. Within the house, I've told you, perpetrators or victims, the perpetrators are always people that are close to the victim. Uncles, teacher, uh, close relatives, neighbors, and all that. And don't ever think it's only boys that abuse your girls. Fellow girls can abuse your child. The ones that are exposed to lesbianism and so all manners, they can as well abuse your child sexually if you don't know. So don't just focus on it must be the boy child, it must be opposite sex. No, same sex also do that. Okay? Thank you so much for some of you, few of you that are connected here. God bless you. All right. I just find that you attend to this video, but more will be online. Thank you. Have a wonderful weekend. See you in the church tomorrow. Don't stay in your house and watch it. Go to church.